Welcome, folks, to yet another installment of Meet the Tailgaters, presented by the DAOnline.com. We're here at Milan Puskar Stadium for Hall of Fame weekend, West Virginia versus UCONN. We're going to go around and talk to some of the Tailgaters about their favorite players, some of the greatest plays that have ever gone down in Mountaineer history. So let's get started. Let's go talk to some folks and see what's happening. We're going around. It's Hall of Fame weekend today, so I figured we'd go around and talk to some folks about some of their greatest memories of maybe some of the biggest plays that they can remember in Mountaineer history. Do you got one in particular that sticks out in your mind?
Oh, the run against Penn State, Major Harris, right? The run.
How about you, sir?
Same one. I agree 100%.
In your personal opinion, who do you think the greatest Mountaineer player in your lifehood so far has been, just on a personal standpoint, or maybe one that's already in the Hall of Fame? Who do you think the greatest player is so far?
See, I'll probably tell you my age, but Major Harris by far.
Yeah.
He took our
Major Harris
to a different
Oh
level.
yeah, whole different perspective on football.
In your personal opinion, who do you think the greatest football player in your lifetime has been to come through Mountaineer Field?
Pat White. Pat White.
Any play in particular or any game in particular that sticks out, or is it just kind of as a whole?
Speaking of UConn, the big hit when he peeled back, cracked back, and drilled two guys. That's a quarterback for you.
Mike Pushkar passed away, I believe it was last night. What do you think it means for the state, for what he's done with Milan Puskar Stadium and for the whole sports program? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know a whole lot about Milan. I mean, obviously he has been a great fan, great donor to the state and to the university. I mean, he's going to be greatly missed for this university and the fans.
I noticed you had some nice decorations over here. You had a pretty realistic costume on, so I figured I'd come over and interview you real quick. It's Hall of Fame weekend. We're going around asking people if they have a player in particular that they think might be, in their personal opinion, the greatest player in Mountaineer history. Do you have one?
I have to. It's Bill McKenzie. He's my husband.
Awesome. What's
If I don't say it, I'd get in trouble.
As many people know, Mike Pushkar passed away. I believe it was last night. I'm kind of asking people, what do you think it means to the state of West Virginia, what he's done with Milan Puskar Stadium?
If you just compare the stadium now to what it was when Bill played, I mean, it's great.
Right.
And I think the program has improved wonderful in the last few years, so he's done a lot.
I wanted to get your take on who you think the greatest player in West Virginia history is, and maybe why you think that.
I know who you're going to say.
Man, I have to say Sam Huff because I played football with him in high school, but whether he was or not. But actually, Pat White won 4 bowl games in a row, and that's an achievement. And I think we've had some really other great players. Major Harris was a great player. Had he stayed his senior year, he'd have probably been ranked up with all the best of them. But it's hard to turn down Pat White as being most outstanding person in a modern area anyhow.
Tell me a little bit about what it was like playing football with Sam Huff in high school. I'm sure that a lot of folks would like to hear a personal opinion about that.
Well, Sam was one of those people that wouldn't lose. The year before our senior year, we were supposed to have a really good team, and they lost about 3 games. But when Sam and I were seniors, Sam and another player named Leo Kosciano had grown up together, and neither one of them would lose a ball game. So we went undefeated that year. So it was mostly an attitude. Sam only weighed 190 pounds. I mean, you think that today's players, linemen that are 300 pounds. Sam was 190 when he graduated.
As we've been talking to people about Mike Pushkar, and everybody just heard he passed away recently. I believe it was last evening. Do you have any thoughts on what he's done for the athletic program here at West Virginia?
Well, you don't have to walk through Morgantown. You can see what Mike Puskar has done for this community and actually the state of West Virginia. As a West Virginia state senator, I know how important Mike Puskar was to this state, to this university, actually to the United States, having a Fortune 500 company located here in Morgantown, and all the money that he gave to people is we'll probably never know the people that he's touched and the human beings that he's helped. I mean, Mike Puskar, I knew him personally. He was a friend of mine, and I just can't say enough about the guy. He's going to be dearly missed.